Hey, what's happening, my fellow WoW lovers? Today I'm going to cover my talents and glyphs for the most recent patch of 5.4.8. These are the talents I use in BGs and arenas and 2s and 3s, so it's not gospel. These are what I choose for my playstyle, so it's going to be completely different to what you choose for your playstyle. Alright, so let's get straight into this. So in the first tier, I use Void Tendrils. I choose this over Siphene and Dominate Mind. Sometimes I will take Dominate Mind, but I prefer to use Void Tendrils. This is a very, very useful tool for getting away from melee. So if you've got a warrior or a rogue or even a DK or an enhanced shaman, if you've got one of those training you, then just drop your Void Tendrils, locks them into place, and you can easily get away. So for the second tier, I use Body and Soul. Right, so this is a very, very nice little speed boost you can get. So it works whenever you cast Power Word Shield or Leap of Faith. A 60% increase for 4 seconds is very, very handy, especially when you're trying to get away and you're running for your life. Alright, so your third tier, I use From Darkness Comes Light. Sounds very familiar, like Game of Thrones. Now this I find procs quite a lot. It's very, very handy, especially when you're on the run and you can, if this procs, it's brilliant because you can just cast your flash heals instantly, and it can progressively proc off of your flash heals, so you can consistently keep casting Flash of Lights if you're lucky enough to get that proccing. So it's a very, very handy one, especially if you're on the move. You can't really afford to just stop and juke and all that sort of goodness, so very, very, very handy one. Alright, so the fourth tier is Spectral Guise. Now I like to use this in with conjunction of Body and Soul and Void Tendrils. Alright, so basically it's a little, you basically go stealth for a short period of time. Now I love using this straight after Void Tendrils. So I'll Void Tendrils, Body and Soul, Spectral Guise, and then juke backwards past the person, or I'll just continue on the way. So it's a very, very handy one to get away from melees very quickly. Now next one down we've got is Power Infusion. Now this is a very good one if you're actually getting trained and you can juke their lockouts. So you just pop this one, and that 20% spell haste is just God sent, spamming those flash of lights, so you can just get them out really quickly and you can top yourself off really, really fastly. Now the last one here is Divine Star. I personally prefer using Divine Star over Cascade or Halo. As you can see, it's got a 15-second cooldown. It only costs you 13.5k mana. Now this is brilliant because it heals a lot on the way out and it heals a lot on the way back. And as you can see, Cascade is a 25-second cooldown and 27,000 mana. A lot of mana, and that's an extra 10-second on the cooldown, and it only bounces back between the three of you, so I don't really see it working that well in 2s, or especially 2s, or 3s. And Halo, yeah, 40-second cooldown, way too much mana for my liking. But Divine Star, perfect. Could be used when you're silenced, and it can also get out stealthies, as well as Halo, but as I said, 15-second cooldown with only 13.5k mana, can't go past it. Alright, so into the glyphs now. Master Spell is a must. Takes off Ice Block from mages, Bubbles from pallies. Absolute godsend, love it. Now Penance, I didn't really like this one to start with, but I found having it was a godsend from being able to penance on the run, especially if you're away from a melee. Now Shadow Word Death, this is brilliant. If you can time it right, you can actually break CC. You can break a polymorph, you can break scatter, you can break traps, you can break horrors, fears. Really, really good glyph if you can get it off. Now you can take Holy Fire, yeah, all it does is really increases the range. Not really that good. Inner Fire, brilliant if you got, you know, if you got melee up against a melee cleave. And Inner Sanctum is really good against a caster cleave or even a caster set. So you can swap in a couple of those for the Shadow Word Death, or I wouldn't suggest taking out Master Spell at all. It's again with Power Word Shield. If you want to do that extra, damage just for having a shield on, yeah, not bad. But really, Master Spell, Penance, and Shadow Word Death are really the only three you'd want to go with. The minor glyphs, cosmetic. I don't even fill them all out, as you can see. I don't even buy them. They're useless. They're cosmetic completely. Anyway, thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stayed all the way through. Peace out.